The ramifications of believing in what you don't know, but the necessity to do so. Idolizing, learning, spiritual, something, academic, etc. What's that say?
Cultural.
Cultural.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, let's see, two or three or four something versions of this. So, believing in what you don't know is absolutely necessary for the majority of things, which is weird to say, but that is just how we operate. And at the same time, there are obviously consequences, ramifications of that. So things like, or examples. Well, obviously there's like loads of this crap with consciousness and like the deeper subtle things that we literally cannot know. But then there's simple things like the one example is like most classic examples like pyramids and just the like if an archaeologist or geologist or somebody goes and discovers something at one point in time, especially it was like if somebody was in the field or in the trade and they figure something out or they come up with some answer like, oh, this was done this way or this is because of this or whatever, it makes sense to trust them to be trying to find the right answer and trying to come up with whatever it is, even though it may be totally wrong and maybe that's still within the realm of perception of the person hearing it. Like, yeah, this person's telling me this, but it might totally be inaccurate. Likely that's not the case most of the time, but it's like this dinosaur is this kind or something, or lived at this time or whatever. Like, you can trust the people who are in these fields for the most part, and that's their job, and they want to get the right answer too, the right answer, or like, you know, figure these things out as well. But there's also the ramifications of that where you need to trust the neurosurgeon to know what he's doing. But at the same time, there's so much the neurosurgeon does not know about at all, because he's human and he's learning from other people who have tried to figure out the right thing as well a lot of the time, and it's just kind of compounded on itself to the point where the majority of the knowledge in the world is subject to change. Like the majority of it, of all the things we know of how simple things like the basic health stuff to really complicated things like how energy works in the solar system and how that bounces off itself, and anything from like ridiculous things like gravity to simple things like how simple biological systems are operating and how our liver works. Like, just all these complicated things and simple things and the whole spectrum of possibilities of how things work. We have to understand that we are believing things that we really don't know, but it's a necessity to do so. We have to like live by these things just to exist or function. Like, you hear if you read something about how a JavaScript works or something, you can trust the thing. You know, yeah, it's probably telling you how JavaScript works, but there's probably so many nuances to it, and you don't even know until you try. And then even then, once you like get really skilled at it, there's probably like stuff that you still don't understand, and then it's just going to evolve from there. And yeah, just everything you could possibly know and possibly learn is believing things that we don't really know, but we got to do it.